My name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to the Knowledge Vault. We're going to pick up right where we left off. Um, we are reading Handbook for the New Paradigm, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. We are in Volume 2, Embracing the Rainbow. For those of you that may be following along with me, I am on page 225 on session number 33. And it begins within the experience of the chaos that lies in the near future. The allowance of the experience will be a difficult hurdle for those that intend to focus the new paradigm through its initial stages of inception and birth it into manifestation. There will be difficult and discouraging moments for those who accept this mission, especially if there are no close companions to share the focus and encourage each other. I think there's a lot of folks out there that feel that way. Holding chosen simple symbols clearly in mind and drawing or seeing them displayed as frequent reminders will assist in holding the necessary focus. The symbols bring the focus to mind without the conscious effort of first identifying the focus and then convincing the intellect of its truth when the surrounding situation contradicts its rationality. I'm going to pause there for a moment and say that this is what is behind what some folks term sigil magic, right? That's the exact same thing to me, where you create a symbol of something that you want to manifest and you concentrate on it and then you let it go. But it's the same concept to me anyway. The symbols are what might be called a quick fix, frequent reference to them on a continuing basis, and allowing an emotional feeling to arise in anticipation of the coming new experience will bring immeasurable focused energy to the manifestation. When this simple exercise is practiced with the discernment of its meaning in innumerable places on the planet in a continuous format, the manifestation is assured. If each time the symbol is focused upon, it is perceived as a flash of light or an electrical charge, the planet can be envisioned as literally lighting up with this new perception. Okay, and there's something that just came in for me about this right here. Please keep in mind that these were channeled some time ago. I don't have the exact date of this specific piece, but this book that I have, this physical book, was published in 2018. And I've met someone, I know someone who helped to disseminate these sessions long ago before it was in a book. And so I maintain the feeling that there are many folks on the planet that have been doing this, whether they knew it or not, whether they knew about this book. A lot of light workers have been concentrating on bringing in the new earth. And I personally feel as though that is part and parcel to what we're experiencing now. That's the reason things feel, to me anyway, to my um, feeling, that things have been turning around, that it's an entirely different situation. Back to the session here. This is an apt analogy and allows for consideration of the power held within the simplicity of redirecting purposeful intention through placing the attention on what is desired rather than what appears to be happening. You see, that's what I'm speaking on. It changes the control point from the observed to the observer that allows for empowerment of the individual observers. It further demonstrates the power of cooperation through unified commitment to a common goal. The fact that the goal is not defined in detail implies the process for the details do not dilute or scatter the focus. This project transcends uh, this project transcends merely identifying the problems and attempting to fix the symptoms for this in reality only adds to the problem as a whole. It provides the opportunity of experiencing aspects of the new paradigm as it is being created. The parameters of the current pattern of life expression now being experienced must begin to shift in order for the new paradigm to be conceived and birthed into manifested reality. New parameters have been enumerated throughout these messages so that they might begin to filter into the minds of those reading, contemplating, and discussing these concepts. The limited thinking of Earth's inhabitants must change to allow for the flow of thought to move through their conscious awareness on a continuing basis. To simply exchange one box of concepts for a new box of concepts will not allow for participation within the flow of creation. This is not to say that the flow of conceptual thought does not proceed in an orderly fashion, for otherwise the flow would be experienced as continuous chaos, and that is not a flow. Indeed, periods of what might be termed chaos are experienced while letting go of one set of truths and accepting another that delineates the next set of experiences in the search for greater wisdom. How much chaos is experienced depends on how long the old set is retained before the necessity is to move on. The necessity is to move on brings a breakthrough. If an openness to perceive and accept seemingly new concepts of truth is practiced, then the process proceeds with greater smoothness. And I've said that for a long time. The most important thing is keeping an open mind, realizing that I've been programmed and conditioned from birth to think in a certain way, to perceive in a certain way, to label things in a certain way. And by allowing myself to hear, contemplate new concepts, that's the most important thing, to be open, to not immediately discount something as an untruth, or quite frankly, to label it in any one certain way or categorize it in any one certain way, which is very difficult for all of us given how we've been raised. And that goes to every being on this planet, just in different ways. Back to the book here, it is hoped that those who embrace the premise of these concepts grasp the dimensions for change that are available through the acceptance and incorporation of these suggestions. It is the incorporation of conceptual changes at individual and various inclusive group levels leading to global awareness that allows for the holographic requisite to be met. As the individual participates within the process, the consciousness transcends from personal experience expansively through groups, arriving at the global dimension. Each and all then stand on a new platform to contemplate galactic experience. Through visualizing the expansion inherent in the sequence of necessary steps, it is possible to comprehend a multidimensional process ongoing within a singular focused goal. Once this is experienced into wisdom, then it is available to be experienced in other situations for varied, appropriate applications. It is relevant to point out that the process is best learned before attempting to apply it in other situations. Rather like stringing pearls for a necklace, it is best to focus on one pearl at a time. In this case, the pearl of the moment is the new paradigm. It is what must be held in focus. All else will then follow in due time. Now, what I heard that to say was that focus on the new earth, what that means for you individually and for all collectively. It cannot be stressed enough that scattering the focus was not the intent of this greater understanding. Stay focused on creating the new paradigm. Then the joy of experiencing with this process will be splendid indeed. And I can attest to that for myself. It is then that the focus shared between galactic family members will stand forth as intended. Well, that's it for session number 33, and I'm going to be coming right back with session number 34 in just a moment. Oh, actually, okay, so on Sassy Seer Sheila, these things are released as soon as I record them. On New Light Streaming Love, they are released once a day. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you'll come back. Subscribe to whichever channel you are seeing this on. And if you are on Sassy Seer Sheila, go over to New Light Streaming Love, and you'll find that you can find me in both places, along with my colleagues over at New Light Streaming Love. Until next time, be well, my friends.